Yo, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. In this one, we're going to be going against a toxic Mark II spamming tryhard who loves to trash talk. So let's get into it.
Are you nuts? Come at me!
I finished loading up in the game, and just like in my last video, I got the mule and rhino tank set up, and I had seen that there was a king of the hill going on. So once I picked up the boy, it was go time with this combo.
Get the out! Get the down!
I sustained a lot of damage, so I was forced to drop Sergeant off, but he still did his thing. Sadly, these guys took down the tank, and it turned into a ground fight, and it got intense.
I'm calling the police now!
Not only was I fighting against these tryhards, but I was fighting against my controller too.
Well, this is just great.
This encounter was already starting to heat up because this guy registered as a CEO and hit ghost. After going off the radar, I had to go save my boy Sergeant. Mr. Griggs managed to get in my car, and we thought we were in the clear, but apparently not. This dude was low-key cooking us in the Sparrow, but thankfully it was only for a bit. After I hit a snipe, he ends up going off the radar, and I already knew he was gonna grab a Mark II, so I called up the good old Paragon, and sure enough, there he was. Little did he know, Sergeant was on the way in a Deluxo.
Hell's coming with me!
The boy sadly couldn't start his saucin' and ended up getting beamed, which brought us back to this tryhard hopping in a Sparrow. We hit a sick jump and we were out, but the chaos was only just beginning.
Well, I'm looking to turn it up a bit, you know?
Thankfully, my homing managed to connect and he died. However, he came back again with a new vehicle.
Motorcycles and life!
For some reason, he hopped off his broomstick and then goes into an RC, then later gets out of his RC and back onto his Mark II. Of course, he was after me, and well, I really couldn't do much in this vehicle. Instead of trying to swat this fly out of the air, I simply just teleported.
Deuces, I'm out.
And got into something that I could actually fight back with. But the dude teleported to his hangar, so I had an idea, and it was to simply get Sergeant set up right outside of it, and I told Sergeant that if he comes out, shoot him down. But I don't think he listened.
Not listening. Not listening.
A complete and total disaster.
Anyways, it was time for another teleport, and I did what Sergeant failed to do, which was save the day.
Take care.
It was back to the hangar for this gremlin, and from here, this is where things started to get juicy. E-round noob. This next part is kind of funny because Sergeant lagged out of the game, and this tryhard was very quick to react to that.
No. Internet trash.
Man, shut the fuck.
Fast forward some time later, Sergeant was back in the game, and this dude was over here hiding. So instead of trying to fight this guy legit, I had to turn it up a little bit and play a game of Battleship. The goober didn't enjoy that too much, so he goes and blows himself up a ton.
Noob.
You got me.
Apparently, the facility was calling his name, so I said, "Scared, noob."
Cry. No.
I picked up my jetpack, and this goblin was quick to say something about that too.
Jetpack. Noob.
The funniest thing was, he was actively running away from my jetpack, and then proceeds to say,
Run. Noob.
fast forward some time later, and I'm in the Virtue, and I caught this man slipping.
Noob.
How is this guy gonna call me a noob when he does stuff like this?
No, he's great. I think he's doing a great job.
Surprisingly, he actually stayed on the ground for a bit. From here, the Tryhard called up a Mark II and got clapped by 5-star. So I'm thinking to myself, he has to be friendly, right?
Noob cry.
The only person that was crying here was this guy on his Mark II, because there was no way he was gonna kill us.
What's wrong with you?
Cry.
Me and Sergeant had this gremlin pretty pressed because anywhere we went, he was right there lurking in the shadows. The only one that was going to be laughing here was me.
It's showtime.
No. Cry, you.
What a joker.
This man's entire vocabulary consisted of ja, cry, and noob.
We have people that are stupid.
Sometime later, this guy goes off the radar and catches me lacking. For the next 5 minutes or so, he tries his absolute hardest to take me out in between these houses. Eventually, I did escape thanks to Sergeant, and shout out to Drift for absolutely destroying this guy off his Mark noob. We then had a quick 1v1.
No. Cry, noob.
In the end, it turned into a game of facility camping with a bunch of trash talk.
Shut your stupid.
Go outside, noob. After waiting for a good amount of time for this goblin to come out of his facility, Sergeant and I both decided that it was time to call it, but I had something that I had to do first. Let me know what you guys thought about this battle in the comments down below. Leave a like or dislike and subscribe if you're new. And don't forget to go check out the NitrixWarlord store before you leave, because if you don't, what the fadoodle are you doing?